大家好，欢迎回到 Part 2。还没有看 Part 1的朋友，请先去看 Part 1，然后再回来这里跟我们一起看 Part 2。我现在是在新山动物园，也是我们的苏丹的动物园。为什么会在这里呢？我先卖一个关子，然后才跟大家分享。我们就先进入片段吧。
There's two clans that who arrived first. One is Cantonese over here, and Tichu mostly on the business. Tan Hiok Ni and his group, they are on the on my right, on your left side of a river. Okay, this side was the market, big market here, up to 1960s. Later, this market was shifted to Wong Afo there. So anybody remember? You've been to that market before? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. There was a bus station as well, and the one that remained here is the Jalan Pasar. The Jalan Pasar. Jalan Pasar, you know that place where that two sisters sell that herbal tea? That is Jalan Pasar. So that's why they call Jalan Pasar, because over here there was a market, and it was an island before. There was an island, they called Pulau Segit. Island. There was an island. So later, because of this place, they contaminate this river a lot. So the local town council did was relocate them to that side, where the city square is. So they relocate there. And over here, Jalan Surinam. Surinam, there's so many, Swiki and the other one, what? Chichu. All of them, the children of sons of Wong Afo. And this was called Kampung Wong Afo. Okay, why Kampung Wong Afo? Okay, I have to go back to the history. When Sultan Abu Bakar was here, he invited Wong Afo from Singapore to build a palace for him. Because Wong Afo is a carpenter. Okay, so he came from Singapore, build a palace, beautiful palace. You see the palace right now, they're going to convert that into museum, but we have no idea when it. But the palace, so beautiful, and you must go inside. If it's open, you must go inside. You will amaze with the architecture inside, the rooms, the bedrooms, everything. Very beautiful. I'm eagerly waiting when that palace they open for museum. And as I told you, this was a place where Wong Afo house was here, and also all the 4 type of sick over here. The gambling, the opium. Opium was legal, and the government collect tax from that. Okay, opium was legal, and of course prostitution is not legal anyhow in those days until now, because Johor, although it's modern, but they follow Islam practice. Okay. Johor is the first state in Malaysia. There's so many firsts for Malaysia. Johor is the first state to impose education at the age of 7, compulsory. And if their parents don't send children to school, they will be fined 25 ringgit. That time is $25. It's a lot for those days. And also the Sekolah Agama. It's also, Johor is the first state that imposed the Sekolah Agama for the student, and it also the first independent country. Johor was an independent country, and it has the constitution as well. Constitution, 1885, they have their own constitution. You know the Malaysia constitution, most of it taken from Johor constitution. Reason?
no. That's why our Sultan every time say if any ceremony we have to sing our state
song. Allah pelihara Sultan.
Before singing Negaraku.
Negaraku, because that state anthem also Johor is the one first imposed. And you know our Jata Negara, the emblem with the two tiger, also similar to Malaysia emblem.
Yes. Okay.
Why there's a tiger? That's also story of these two tigers. That's why they took these two tigers and put as our emblem. As I told you, Johor was full. There's so much of tigers there those days. Our Tamron, Dayang Ibrahim, Tamron, Abu Bakar, they were the good hunter. They were the good hunter, and they managed to catch or shoot the tiger. And if you happens to go to if the museum happens to open, you will see the replica of tiger there. And the last tiger was shot was in Kabunte, 1927. Even this Tamron, Jalan Tamron, also there was a tiger, 1921 or something like that. So you can see that all the replica of the tiger and then the rhinoceros, all they can see that. All whichever they caught in Johor. Okay? That's good.
I have a question.
Yeah, sure.
Did Wong Afo work for Meldrum? I want to make this clear.
No. He was a carpenter.
Yeah.
But if you say work, probably he have built this beautiful mansion.
Oh, okay.
Because Wong Afo is a carpenter who built lots of mansions. If you talk about other states, British the one who built lots of places with the help of local. But in Johor, not British. It's a Johor government. Because Johor government is one of the richest.
Yeah.
Not say one of the richest. Because we are the one who funded the World War I and World War II for the British here. Sultan Ibrahim, he gave aircraft, the fighter jet. I mean, those days they don't call fighter jet. What they call? It's the one apa dipanggil lah? Aircraft. For the World War I to protect Singapore. They sent the Johor military force to protect the Singapore, and also World War II. It's the Sultan Ibrahim, the one who funded most of the places. British are we are dependent to British, but not in Johor. That's why we are very proud of being Bangsa Johor. Because Bangsa Johor is something that proud moment for us. Reason, most of the high rank officers those days, they are well educated. Talk about Datuk Saleh Perang, Ibrahim Munshi, and Tamron Abu Bakar, they all are classmates in Singapore. They had an early English education. They are very well versed with English. So the British, they can't overrule them because these people are very smart. Because they can't say that, oh, you don't know that, you don't know this. Like how the Lee Kuan Yew, he can bash up the BBC when they claim many issues. He can bash them. That is how the Abu Bakar. And even during his monarch, British they can't impose their advisor here. Only in 1914, if I'm not mistaken, 1914, somehow Sultan Ibrahim, he was forced to accept the advisor, even not Resident General, just advisor. Okay. You see the buildings here. Okay, as I told you just now, from that Bukit Timbalan, the police station, from there it moved to over here, the Clinic Malaysia was the police station. Later they relocate there. Reason of the relocation, because they built the causeway. Those days, people from here to Singapore, they take the boat and whatever vegetable. Now all the vegetable and all the farm products coming from Malaysia to Singapore, but those days Singapore to Malaysia. Remember, Singapore is the one that cultivate all the farming, all the poultry, everything. You get the chicken from there, live chicken. Those days they sell the live chicken, not the cut. And this side, okay, the road was very close, very small, narrow, and those days we hardly see cars. So the shops here, there's lots of kopitiams here. So what they does is the chairs all they put on the road. When the cars, one car pass by, then they move the chair to another side, then they will see. Those days to see one car, everybody, itu Mercedes, Mercedes. Because Mercedes was used as a taxi before. I only paid 20 cents. And the last, I paid 20 cents. Bus was 20 cents here. Okay, over here, it says the story of Tamron dying Ibrahim. Okay, he's the one that Tamron dying Ibrahim. And he looked like a white guy, right? Because Johor Sultanate, they are lots of mixed race there. Okay, they have Chinese, they have a white, they also have an Indian, Indian wife, and one of the wife of Tamron Abu Bakar was a Chinese from China. When he went to China for visit, so he took a Chinese wife from there. Okay? Apa nama dia? Tugu Fatimah. Tugu Fatimah. Tun Fatimah. Tun Fatimah. Okay. And okay. So if you want to know the history of more history of what Tamron Dai Ibrahim, you can when you walk alone, you can see here. Okay. Okay, this is the gambus, which they play during that special occasion. It's from Arabic. Okay, they play during the palace special occasion. Okay, and the occasion is not complete without the gambus. Okay. There's Su Peng Hang printer, and you see over there the pillar. That is the press, Su Peng Hang press, but that one is the herbal. Remember?
Okay.
Can you read that? Herbal, right? Similar to that one over there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, those days Chinese, when they're doing a business, they doesn't want a business that short term. Like British, when they do business, they ran a place, but Chinese no. They want something permanent. Like Lim Gotong, when he was offered a land in Genting Highland for 99 years, he said no, I want a permanent. So now he's a big legacy already. Okay, because he get that as a permanent. So this is what Chinese concept. They want something, the legacy for their what do you call it? The next generation. Their names must carry on. Okay, so this shop, the Aman Cafe, was the herbal Chinese Sing Sing. So those days when we are sick, did our parents bring us to the hospital or clinic? No. Mostly Sing Sing, Chinese Sing Sing. We go there, they give us some kind of herbs, go back, okay, clear. This is how we grow up. But now, if you are called for anything, take Panadol, any kind of fast remedy. Those days, no. Those days is natural remedy. That's why people are very healthy those days. Okay, so the one only remain is the signage, where on the pillar. Because those days, all their pillar has the shop's name. That was the first printer, Su Peng Hang. The second printer was Annie's Printing. You should know. The next to Bombay, near Kabonte and Lakin, Annie's Printing. That was the second printing.
Okay.
That was the second
this
printing.
This one is more toward Chinese printing.
Chinese printing. And one more information that I would like to share with you. Those days, they send the logs, timber logs, because there's so much of timbers, and we also export timber to India to build that rail line. Those rail line, the sleepers, they have to use the wood. So it came from Johor. Johor was the biggest, largest exporter of timber. And even now also Malaysia, we are the 6th largest timber exporter to the world. So those days we are the largest. So how they export? From the river and the Skudai River, all will go here. And then there was a sawmill here, James Meldrum sawmill. That is where they process. And there was a wooden railway as well here. There was another wooden railway. Do you know that where was the first railway built in Malaysia?
Here. I think it's a wooden one, right?
Wooden one. 1869. 1869. They built from that, supposed to be from Gunung Pulai to this side. I mean, where the kebun, the zoo. But what they did was only 10 kilometers they managed to do. But after that, somehow they have to drop. This wooden railway was the planned brainchild of Sultan Abu Bakar. The reason why he has a less ambition to build the railroad, because the wood they selected was the bad quality, so it eaten by the termite. So there's one portion is go off.
除了那些游牧被白蚁侵蚀以外，我觉得另外一个最主要的原因就是这些火车的木轨的制作成本太高昂了。根据线上的资料，每1英里就是现在的1.6公里，它的制作成本是2000块钱。那它的建材就是每1.6公里需要90吨的游牧，所以在这些种种困难的大前提之下，这个火车木轨的这个计划就被搁置了。为什么我选择在动物园旁边跟你们讲这个故事？因为根据我的资料，那个火车木轨的起点就在这个动物园里面。那终点在哪里呢？这个可能你要等到 Part 3。